Welcome back to season 2, Fashion Savages with Jay Simon. Grab your glass, darling. It is award season and it's time to get into the looks.
Oh, fashion savages. No, you cannot handle this. Fashion savages.
So last night on the second day of Black History Month, history was made where 3 Black artists took home the 3 biggest Grammys of the night, with, of course, the Queen taking home Album of the Year for her country album, Cowboy Carter. So we're not even going to go any further, darling. Let's get into the looks. That's why we're here. So first we have Kalani and Robert One. And this look is just such a moment. I don't know if y'all remember when I told you on Fox that suit and tailored wear was going to be at the forefront of the season for my predictions. And now we're getting it in all variations. This gown made out of suit fabric, tuxedo wear is absolutely next level. I live. Next we have Clario and Miss Claire Salvin. I'm so torn with this look. I don't like the polka dots. I don't like the shape. I feel like the top of the dress is just so dowdy. It's just so grandma. It's not flattering at all, and I hate the bangs. Next, we have Money Long Honey giving us a good old Dreamgirls moment. It was so reminiscent of Dreamgirls Broadway. I love a good glam moment. It was beautiful. She was in Schiaparelli. I love the headpiece. I love the big pin curls in the back of her hair. I thought she looked very glamorous, and I'm loving that the young girls are giving us glamour. Next is Kelsey Ballerini and Tamara Ralph. Now, y'all know I live for a great Tamara Ralph moment. This was a new off the runway 25 look, and I loved every second about it. The overcoat was so good. The mini sequin dress, the blonde hair toss with the side part. I thought the look was chic, it was polished, and it was sexy. So next we have Chappelle Roan, stunned in this 2003 Jean Paul Gaultier. It came straight out of the archives, the runways that I loved in the early 2000s where couture was at its finest. Her in this Jean Paul Gaultier look was so stunning, and I love that she committed to the entire look. The makeup, the headpiece, it just was all pulled together. It was a couture dream. It was fashion on the red carpet. Miss Willow, darling. You could tell Miss Willow was raised in money. She's a Smith. Her father has top coin, and she is just so top tier youth. This hair is so good. I love that she embraced her natural hair, just gave us a good old blowout. The shape of it was just so good. Willow looked astounding in this Alexander McQueen. Now that is how you do Alexander McQueen, darling. The edge was edging. Next we have Ray and Giorgio Armani, darling, and everyone knows that I love a beautiful, elegant, poised, rich moment from Armani. The gown is fantastic, but where it fell short for me was the hair. I hate the height of the hair. It's too tousled, it's too messy. Because the dress has such a beautiful, wet, elegant look, I would have loved a beautiful old Hollywood glamour wave with a beautiful shine on the hair. The hair should have been mirror, should have been glass, and the hair just really took the outfit out of no for me. So at Fashion Savages, you know we love a good duo, darling. We love a good husband and wife moment, and Morris Chestnut and Pamela Chestnut nailed it. I know for sure that when that chocolate melanin skin shows up in black, it's gonna win every time. And Jay Baldwin styled this custom look, and he knocked it out the ballpark. So next we have Billie Eilish and Prada. Now we all know here at Fashion Savages, Billie Eilish fashion looks are never my favorite, although her songs are beyond. But last night she got it. I loved this Prada moment. I thought she was very much being the authentic her, but it was done in a polished and clean way. She looks like she smells good. It's giving me a very good unisex, androgynous moment. I live. So next we have Coco Jones. And this gown for me, of course, her skin is giving cocoa brown, but I'm just not here for it. I felt like I wanted her to be more fashion forward. I wanted to see her more in glam, more in fashion. The gown is just a little too naked for me. It's giving me outdated. It's giving me last season. The girls are wearing fashion. Put some clothes on. So next we have Sabrina Carpenter and J.W. Anderson. Now let me tell you something. Sabrina came to slay last night. Let me take a sip on this look. This gown is so good. The color is astounding. The placement of the feathers. I love the halter top. I love the blonde hair, the length of the hair. I thought this look was thought out from head to toe. It's what a young girl should look like when she's rich and glamorous. It's so giving me Barbie meets Ice Queen, and I love every second of it. So we had another duo on the red carpet from John Legend and Chrissy Teigen. Now let's talk about John Legend in this LV suit. I thought the suit was perfecto. Now let's talk about Chrissy. I love Christian Siriano, and I love his gowns. I love the drama of the gown. I actually really love the gown. I just don't like her in the gown, and I hate her hair with this gown. I felt like because the gown was so sexy, so revealing, and at the same time so glamorous and couture, I would have loved a snatchback ponytail, or maybe some really, really bone straight long hair, or even some really full extensions. I think that the bob just fell short. The color job is just not good. I don't like it. Next, we have a stunner of the night, Doechii. She is new on the red carpet and she is making waves. First of all, let's talk about her speech last night that was out of this world. And she stunned, not in one, but two Thom Browne moments, darling. She brought it to the Grammys the way that a new star should bring it. The fashions were subpar. Her Thom Browne looks were beyond. I loved every moment of it. I was a little confused with the eye lifts being exposed at first, but then once I really got into the vibe of what she was giving us, I'm here for all of it. I have no critiques. So next look, of course, at Fashion Savages, when we have moments this good, we have to have a moment of silence. Because it was a fashion savage, a fashion assassination, and Cardi B and Roberto Cavalli. Darling, Cardi B is born to show up, show out, and slay the day. There hasn't been a red carpet moment that we don't love of Cardi B, and she continues the saga, baby. This Roberto Cavalli was out of this world. She looked like a phoenix rising from the sun. Every detail was perfection. The skin, the hair, the makeup, the gown was couture at its finest. Cardi gets it. She is the fashion winner, fashion slayer, and our top 5 fashion savage. So next we have Cynthia Erivo, and let me tell you how she is starting to blow my mind. I am absolutely obsessed with her. I think she is absolutely beautiful, and I love everything she wears. But last night during her performance in that Ashley Studio gown was next level. The way she moved around in that performance and sounded like an angel, like a vocal dream in those new Christian Louboutin ballerina stilettos was everything. It gave us bad B status, darling. She wins. She's in my top 5. She's a fashion slayer. She gives me everything that I want, hands down in my top 5 best dress. Next, we have JT and Grace Ling. I am really loving to see JT evolve in her style and her fashion. I think that she is becoming a fashion girl. It was very polished. It was very futuristic. It was very gladiator glam, and I lived for every moment. I thought the hair was very soft. I loved the diamond cross on the neck. It was just supple and let the dress speak. I just loved everything about this moment. So I had to bring her back twice because both looks were bangers. Sabrina Carpenter in this Versace number, accepting her award last night, was so old Hollywood glamour. It gave me 70s. The hair is astounding. The dress fit her like a glove. It was a true Versace moment. I loved every second of it. So next we have the original glamour girl, the original Queen Bee, darling, Miss Diana Ross, the boss. First, we're gonna take a sip to this, darling. For Diana Ross to actually be in her 80s and to come out on that Grammys stage last night and still upstage the young girls needs to be studied. Her in this beautiful Dolce & Gabbana moment, blew me away. The bodysuit is bodying, darling. The overlay like Diana always gives us, like she's walking around her house just sipping cocktails and laying across her plush, beautiful couch, just steals my heart every time. Diana Ross is really one fashion icon that I just genuinely feel like fashion belongs to her. You look up fashion and there comes Diana Ross. She can never do wrong. So next we have Miss Miley Cyrus, darling, in a Saint Laurent. Miley is another fashion killer, fashion savage. She always gets it right. This Saint Laurent is so chic and so sexy. I love the cutout in the middle. I love the leather. I love how she's just wearing it effortlessly, like a rock star, like she got out of bed and just showed up at the Grammys. I'm loving this new cut that I'm seeing on the runway where we're giving like half bob, half long bangs. I'm living for every moment. The color job was good. Miley looks great. So I'm actually gonna sip my cocktail for this one because she finally got it right. Cheers to Taylor Swift, darling. Taylor Swift in this red Vivienne Westwood is next level. Taylor, I wanna see it all the time. It's so sexy, va-va-voom. It's young, it's fresh. The hair color, the ashy blonde is good. The red lip is matching. It's just effortless. It's an effortless slay. Knocked it out the ballpark. Fashion Savage approved. Next we have the mother, Lady Gaga, in Sloisa. I really live for the look. Of course, it's very Gaga. It's gothic, it's fashion forward, it's couture. I love all of the detailing in it, even though it's black. If you really pay attention to the look, it had all of these snatched in, roping details. The dress was really next level. Gaga knocked it out the ballpark. And once again, Gaga gave us the look that Miley Cyrus was giving us with the half bob, the half long hair, the bangs. You know, I'm here for it. Next one is Glorilla. So let's just talk about how happy I am at Fashion Savages. Do you remember in season 1, I told you that the girls, it was time to put on clothes? Well, they're putting on clothes. They're showing up to the shows and they're snatching looks off the runway, darling, because Glorilla last night in this Lena Barisma was absolutely beautiful. She looked like a star. She looked like a golden star. She looked young. She looked youthful. She looked beautiful. I love that they did something simple with her hair. They didn't make her lace all dramatic and over the top. The whole look was just polished. I loved it. Kudos to Gorilla. And our next duo is going to be Alicia Keys and Swiss Beats. Alicia Keys showed up at the red carpet last night in a Dolce number. Now let's talk about this number. The number from Dolce & Gabbana was absolutely astounding. It gave me very much royal, regal. It's just very beautiful. I loved her hair with it. I loved the look in its entirety. But something about it, as much as I wanted to love it, I felt like the look was wearing her. I needed Alicia Keys to kind of give me a little bit more flavor and sauce with it, but the look was absolutely stunning, like a masterpiece. So next we're going to have a drum roll with my Gucci stilettos for the greatest duo that is showing up on the red carpet these days, Beyonce and Blue Ivy. First of all, let's start at the stunning Blue Ivy in this Ope Wong royal blue Cinderella gown. First of all, I don't care what you say, the tube tops are slaying Miss Blue. I live for these tube top princess cut dresses that she's wearing. She looks so beautiful. Her makeup was absolutely flawless. When your mother is Beyonce, darling, you must show up and you must show out. I just don't understand what y'all want from her, but to be a bad you-know-what. She's gonna slay. She's the next generation. She's the next Beyonce. She was birthed by mother. She was birthed by the queen. She is coming just how she needs to come, darling. And let's get into Beyonce in this custom Schiaparelli. Now, first of all, let's talk about money, top tier fashion, couture, and riches. Beyonce is not only in the most exclusive house in the world, but she's also wearing a custom. You already can't get your hands on Schiaparelli and she's still getting it custom, darling. Beyonce stunned in this white hair and this Schiaparelli custom number. I feel like Beyonce is so intentional in everything she does, from the fashion to the looks to how she presents it. Blue in royal blue, Beyonce in royal royal gold. They looked like royalty. And it just was everything that the Grammys needed. Next, we have J-Lo and Stefan Roland. And a lot of people on the internet was not happy about the look, but to me, I feel like J-Lo is a fashion girl. She's a Leo, and she could pull it off. The skirt was everything. And let me tell you what made the skirt so good was that body inside that skirt slayed it, darling. It was giving me a good old beautiful crystal vase, darling. It was giving me a good old house decor moment. She looked like $1 trillion in this look. I lived for every moment. The little simple crop top with that beautiful overdone, sleek see-through skirt with all of the drama and the body and the tousled bleach blonde hair was mwah, chef's kiss. So last but not least is Victoria Monet and the same designer that Blue was in for the night, Oud Wang. When I tell you that, I live for this moment. She is really giving me the new generation Janet Jackson. She's celebrating her body. This is how you do naked. If you're going to be naked, still be artistic. The way that the cut of this dress was on the body was so artistic. To even be able to cut a dress to a body and make it this perfect is just a designer's dream. The color, the mint on her skin, the hair pulled back, is so effortless. It's giving me very goddess feel. It's giving me very chic. It's giving me sex goddess. I live. And that is how you do a red carpet. So guys, that is my wrap up of my worst and best dress for the 67th Grammys. I'm so happy to be back. I miss you all so much. Tonight I decided to give you a very New World Gucci with a very good Tom Ford reference circa 96 Gucci and the glam. I will be giving all details. Stay tuned for the glam that I use for the night. Love you. See you next time.